Hey, what's up, guys? Swole Patrol member over here, David. Today was a legs day with Scott. So here I'm doing some leg press just to make sure my knees are nice and warm, and my thighs are nice and warm in general. They're low weight with lots of reps. This is what I do every time before we do squats. Scott's doing some shrugs. He never usually warms up with legs, but I think I did a little bit with him. And while we were waiting for the squat rack, he just walked over and started doing some shrugs. So to start off, we did one plate on each side, and for a warm-up, Scott's getting down really deep at about 90 degrees, and it was really amazing at how deep he can get because Scott's 6'3", has really long legs. And then I did some one plate on each side. I'm 5'9", and I've got really short legs, and throughout the video you'll notice that I'm not going down to 90 degrees. However, I have been working on it, and like every single beginner in the gym, people make improvements in the exercises and the techniques that they do. But I was merely doing this just for a warm-up. This was very easy for me. Me and Scott both go a lot heavier. Now there's Scott slapping on 2 plates on each side. He lifts this up really easily. Goes down. Again, he's going down to 90 degrees, and with those long legs. So Scott has a lot of experience with squatting on the squatting rack. Probably from playing all those years of football. And then he racks it. So me and Scott essentially, we did the same exact weights throughout the entire exercise. What we did was we went from light to heavy, and then we went back down a little bit lighter and did burnout sessions. So here I'm with 2 plates again, just warming up my knees. My knees have been, they've been okay lately. My knees are, they're not bad, they're just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I guess I do have bad knees, but yeah, they are sensitive if I do the squat wrong, so I have to make sure I do it as right as possible. So I'm not going down to 90 degrees here, like, at all. I would say I'm going down to, like, probably 100 degrees. I think this last one, or last 2, is pretty good. No? Okay, maybe next time. But, yeah. Here's Scott doing 3 plates, and he's saying here, is this too much of a jump? And I was like, nah. So we just went ahead and did him. We felt comfortable doing it because we're both pretty comfortable with the weight we had on. And if all else fails, then the squat bar, you can just let it fall in case you can't push it back up, and there's a rack there to catch the bar for you. And oh, forgot to put on the safety bracket. I don't know what it's called, but I put it on. It was pretty funny because Scott was like, oh shit. And then he was like, oh, safety first. So, yeah, put the thing back on, goes, lifts that back up, goes down, does one pretty good one, not completely 90, but, you know, good enough for the sake that we're just doing, you know, getting the exercise done for the strengthening of our legs. And 3, and racks it. And there you go. So then I did the same thing, got the 3 bars down, and the weight right now is at, it's at the point where it's almost too heavy for me to go down to 90 degrees. Like, I know I don't go down to 90 degrees anyways, but it's a really heavy weight, and I feel like if I went down to 90, then it would just push me all the way down, and I'd have to fall with the bar. But what I'm doing is I'm practicing more, getting 90 degrees with 2 plates, and once I get those 90-degree muscles nice and strengthened up, then it'll be easy to go 90 degrees on 3 plates. So looking back at the footage, me and Scott determined that, of course, we weren't going down to 90 degrees all the way. So we decided to drop it down a plate to 2, and then try a burnout session on the best 90-degree angles that we could do. And Scott has his best 90-degree squats here, so really deep. And I think I have my best ones as well. That was a really good one. I think that was his last one. Yep. There's mine. Go down. I feel like that was a pretty good one. That was okay. That was good. That was pretty deep. That wasn't. That wasn't. That's alright. That was a pretty good one, but see how I was kind of struggling there. So, yeah, getting better. Alright, after the squats, we decided to do some deadlifts. We decided to do just 1 plate on each side for now, just to warm up the lower back. And this must have been definitely harder for Scott than it is for me, because he's extremely tall. So theoretically, based on our height, deadlift should be easier for me. Me and Scott's max deadlift is about the same, but he was definitely able to go harder in the deadlifts in this lifting session than I was, because I did more squats on the 3 plates on each side and more squats on the burnout. So this was easy for me. I did 1 set, did these deadlifts just for a warm up, and this is a good warm up. You know, if you don't go too heavy, if you're constantly doing maxes, it's not for everybody, because people get injured, and it's just, you don't want to like snap your shit up, because that can definitely happen when you're doing deadlift and you're not doing it properly. So then Scott does 2 plates. So he's warming up. He goes down and up again. Definitely the same form and composure he was expressing before, except, of course, it's a little heavier. Puts it down. Alright, so I do it. I do 1, and I was expecting to be able to go back up again at the rate Scott was, but it just wasn't going to happen. I was pretty taxed. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. Put it down, did a second one, and then did a third one, and called it good. To finish off the exercise, we did arm curls with 80-pound barbell, and Scott suggested that we stand up against the wall and push our elbows into the wall to prevent swinging. And so, as you can see, Scott's curling that up nice and easy. No problem. He's not swaying or anything, so he's getting lots of bicep stimulation. So I decided to do the same. However, because I'm about 60 pounds lighter than Scott, whenever I was going up, the weight would swing forward, like make me swing forward, and I had to eventually just step forward a little bit and lean against the wall from a further distance. So it's pretty funny. And this is just footage from the beginning of the video. These are just some warm-ups that we did. Hope you enjoyed the video and the tips. You know, I'm sure not everything I say is 100% accurate, but hopefully it's helpful. Remember when we did these hamstring flexors that we couldn't figure out like right away how to adjust the machine, so that was pretty annoying. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.